Look around at the things you own: your car, your phone, maybe the home you're slowly paying off. You probably think of them as what you've built, proof that you're doing okay. Here's the uncomfortable part: most of the things you're proudest of aren't making you richer. Quietly, every single month, they're making you poorer while you sleep. And the reason no one ever warned you is that no one warned them either. There's one word that separates the people who slowly build wealth from the people who stay stuck their whole lives, no matter how much they earn. School never taught it to you. In the next few minutes, I'm going to. And once you see it, you will not be able to unsee it. Think back to the last time your money went up. A raise, a better job. That little jump where, for the first time, you felt like you were finally getting ahead. So what did you do? You upgraded: a newer car, a nicer phone, a bigger place, better clothes, dinners you'd have skipped a year ago, and it felt good, it felt earned. But fast forward 12 months and something's off. You're earning more than you ever have, and you're not any freer. You're just surrounded by nicer things that all quietly want money. The car needs fuel, insurance, repairs. The phone's on a plan. The bigger place comes with a bigger bill. Little by little, you're working harder to feed the very things that were supposed to prove you'd made it. And here's the thing: almost everyone does this. It even sounds logical. You earn more, so you spend more. Nobody sits you down and asks the one question that changes everything, so let me ask it for them. Because the problem was never how much you make. Read that again. Two people can earn the exact same paycheck and end up in completely different worlds, because of what each dollar does the moment it lands. And every dollar you spend does one of only two things. It either puts money back into your pocket or it takes money out. That's it. That's the entire game. The things that put money in your pocket have a name: assets. The things that take money out: liabilities. Now here's where it gets brutal. A rich person and a broke person can stand in the same shop, holding the same money, and the broke person reaches for liabilities while proudly calling them assets. The nicer car, the gadgets, the stuff. The rich person does the opposite. Before anything else, they buy the thing that pays them back. So why does anyone keep buying the things that drain them? Because those things are brilliant at one job: making you look successful today. And two feelings quietly run the show: fear of being left behind, of looking like you haven't made it, and hunger, the pull to feel rich now, this year, not in some far-off decade. Together, they hand your paycheck straight to the stuff that costs you. And the most expensive example is the one you were taught to be proudest of: your home. Your whole life you've heard it: your house is your biggest asset. So ask the only question that actually matters: does it put money in your pocket or take it out? If you live in it, and every month it pulls money out through the mortgage, the taxes, the repairs, then by the only definition that counts, it isn't an asset, it's a liability. That's not an attack on owning a home, it's just seeing it clearly, maybe for the first time. And look, none of this means you did something wrong. Nobody ever handed you this word. You did exactly what you were taught to do: study, get the job, buy the nice things, look the part. That's not a character flaw, it's a script you were handed. And a script is something you can put down. So, how do you actually flip this? It starts with a single question, and it costs you nothing. When a poor mindset sees something it wants, it says four words that end the conversation: I can't afford it. The brain hears a door slam and switches off. A rich mindset looks at the same thing and asks instead, how can I afford it? Same want. A completely different machine. One question shuts your mind down. The other puts it to work, hunting for a skill, a side income, a small asset that could pay for the thing you want. Second, change what you do the next time your income jumps. Before you upgrade your life, buy one thing that pays you back. It can be tiny: a few shares of an index fund, a small tool that earns. The first brick that quietly sends money the other direction, into your pocket. Third, learn the difference between good debt and bad debt, because they are not the same animal. Debt that buys a liability, a loan for the shiny thing that only ever costs you, that's the trap that keeps people down. But debt that buys an asset, something that earns more than the loan costs you, is a tool the wealthy use on purpose. Same word, debt, opposite outcomes. And here's the part nobody says out loud. You will get this wrong sometimes. You'll buy the liability. You'll pick the thing that flops. That is not failure. That's tuition. Every person who's good with money now was once bad at it. The only real mistake is deciding you're just not a money person and going back to sleep, scrolling, numbing, letting another year pass on the exact same script. So go back to those two people. Same job, same paycheck. 10 years later, worlds apart. Now you know what actually separated them. It was never the salary. One of them spent a decade buying things that ate their money alive. The other spent it buying things that fed it. Small at first, then unstoppable. Same income, opposite endings. And the whole thing turned on one word, asset or liability. And one question you can start asking today. So hear this. You are not behind, you're early. Most people never learn this at all. And you just did. Keep this line where you can see it. Poor people buy things that take money out of their pocket. Rich people buy things that put money back in. So stop asking what you can afford and start asking what pays you back. If something just clicked for you, stick around. Making money and the mind simple to understand. One idea at a time.